So there was a certain blogger that was, blasting this news, writing about me, writing about my wife. For Christ's sake, I just got married at the time. This certain blogger was just throwing tantrums back and forth over and over and over again. And I spoke to somebody. I said, "Did you know this faceless blogger?" And the person said, "Yes." I said, "Please put me on the call with this blogger." He put me on the call with the blogger. I said, "This thing you are posting, somebody has to be giving you this information. What is all this? These things are not even true. What are you writing? You know me before. What thing happened?" And the person said, "Yes, they paid me to write." I said, "Okay. How much did they pay you?" Said, "I think 200,000 or 250, I can't remember." And then I said, "Okay, drop your account." And I sent $500,000. I said, "Tell me who paid you."
Hi, my beautiful people. Deacon Famous has finally come out to speak about what transpired between himself and actress Ekene Umenwan during his wedding that caused them to unfollow each other on Instagram. For those who are not aware, actress Ekene Umenwan and comedian or MC Deacon Famous used to be very good friends, and Ada Uli was Ekene's friend and a girlfriend to Deacon Famous then. Contrary to what we were meant to understand, that Deacon Famous broke their engagement, Deacon Famous has come out to say that Ada was the one who dumped him. The conflict between Deacon Famous and Ekene became public when Ekene made a birthday post for Deacon Famous' ex-girlfriend Ada Uli in the week of his wedding, which did not go well with him. Rumors spreading at the time was that Deacon Famous did not want Ekene to associate with Ada Uli anymore because he's getting married to someone else. People felt that was not cool and that Deacon Famous was mean. He said he lost 65,000 followers on Facebook as a result of the saga. People were insulting him and insulting his innocent wife, and the whole thing affected his mental health. It got to the point that to make a post on social media became an issue for him because he would be thinking of what people will say and how they will react to his post. Deacon Famous said a lot in this video. Please listen to him and I'll be back.
I waited 1 whole year to do this video, right? I'll go straight into the point. You guys remember when I got married in 2025, right? And the first news that broke out during my wedding time was that I unfollowed a certain actress because, one, my wife didn't like her or something. Secondly, because she wished someone a happy birthday and all of that. I saw all those news trending, at the time, and I didn't want to respond. I personally decided not to respond. And my wife didn't want me to respond to anything. She just wanted me to, have a good time because it was our wedding period and all of that. Now, why am I saying this now? I'm saying this because at the time, it was painful. I've forgiven everyone. I've forgiven all of them. But I have to say this for future purposes, right? In case tomorrow, my children in the future get to see all of those news, they will also see that there was a time where I had to defend myself, okay? Let's get straight into the business. Number one, my wife didn't have issues with anybody at the time. My wife is somebody who hardly talks. She's one of the most peaceful persons I've ever met in my life. She doesn't talk. She doesn't like trouble. She doesn't like drama, right? So everything was solely between me and this fellow. Now, this was what happened. When they said I unfollowed the person because I unfollowed the actress because she wished someone a happy birthday, it was lie, right? I was in this lady's house a day before she made that birthday post, or rather a night before, because we were there till like 2 a.m. This actress kept condemning the person she was wishing happy birthday, saying all sorts of things about that person. I didn't have issues with that person, right? I may not have ended up with that person, but it was for very valid reasons. And note, I didn't leave anybody. I didn't dump anybody. I didn't break any heart. I was the one who was dumped. I was the one who was left. I was the one who was used. I was the victim. So I didn't leave anybody. They left me. But this video is not about that one. It's about the actress. So this actress kept condemning that person a lot, said a lot of terrible things about that person. We were just listening. Even told us that that person had intentions of attacking us physically and spiritually on our wedding day. We still didn't say anything. The same actress said she was going to bring anointing oil to anoint my wife on my wedding day as to avoid or prevent that other person from attacking us spiritually. So she said she was going to be with my wife on my wedding day to make sure no evil person touches my wife, to make sure this and that doesn't happen and all that. It's okay. We kept quiet. We were just listening. We didn't say much. And I said, okay. She also said she has not been in touch with this person for a long time. I mean, the actress said she has not been in touch with that person for a very long time. Said they've not been talking. That person and her mom has been trying to reach out to her, but she's not been talking to them because of what they did to me, blah, 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 blah. I say, me, I don't have issues with these people. Okay? I don't have issues with these people. But I mean, all these things you're saying now, it's okay. Now, after saying all of these things, the next day, this person posted the same person she was condemning the previous day, the same person she was warning us against, and she posted this person with sweet words. Okay? Posted the person out. This is the chat. And I reached out to her via DM. I said, I don't understand you. You are wishing this person happy birthday on my wedding week. I don't have issues with who you post. But I mean, in my wedding week, you are posting this person same time, same wedding week. You were condemning this person previously. I don't know who to believe. Whether you or whoever, I don't know who to believe. And I mean, as my person, I have a right, as my friend that she was, I had a right to say, look, I'm not comfortable with this thing. You told me A yesterday and you are acting B today. I don't understand. Make it straight, get it clear. Where do you belong? And that was it. And this actress did not respond to my DM. What did she do? She made a screenshot of the DM, forwarded it to a lot of persons, including her priest, right? And I'll tell you, her priest found a way to support her because he's her priest, which I didn't expect because, I mean, as a man of God, you should be neutral. You know me, you know her. Though you are closer to her, I met you through her. It's okay. But at least use the word of God as a yardstick to fix the problem. That was what I expected. But the priest, I don't know, for whatever reason, was on her side. I reached out to her husband. I said, look, this is it. And the next thing, she also sent the screenshot to a lot of persons. And then the only person, surprisingly, the only person in her sphere of contact that did not support her was her mom. The mom kept pleading on her behalf, apologizing to me on her behalf. I said, look, my son, forget this thing. We are family, we are this, we are that. Let's just fix this thing. I apologize. What she did was wrong. I have spoken to her and have told her explicitly that what she did was wrong. And I said, okay. The next thing, there was a gang up against me during my wedding. The gang up, the first person who was supposed to be my best man was Brainjota, who was my best man in the traditional marriage. Now, Brainjota couldn't be my best man in my white wedding because he had a brand trip to make in South Africa. So that thing was impromptu. It pained me because he was like my person, my real guy that I wanted, all right? So I started looking for anybody, you know, this person, this same actress and her husband now suggested another actor, Flashboy. I now approached Flashboy. Flashboy is my guy, you know, but we were not so close to be best man, right? He was even surprised. Why me? You get closer. I say, they don't already they make the suit too. I just think person way the body could just, you know, still fit in. After that, Flashboy had something. He now said he had something to do on that day. And he tried to excuse them for that project, but they refused, so he couldn't make it. So they now suggested I use the person that I used. Now, we have to start a fresh suit urgently, which I paid for. We took the measurements, you know, and all of that. So he already was supposed to be one of the groomsmen, just one of the groomsmen. So I now told the designer, I said, okay, just convert this thing. Let me add money to the groomsmen own that he paid and all of that. So you just do for him for the best man. That's fine. The next thing, there was a gang up against me. Who was spearheading this gang up? This same actress. This same actress was the one who suggested the designer who made my wife's clothes. And in the midst of this is a day to my wedding, my wife's dress was not ready. The designer was rude, saucy, insultive. I got so angry at the shop. We had, you know, some verbal altercation and all of that. And she now told the designer to seize my wife's wedding dress. This was a day to my wedding. Oh. She instructed, because the designer was loyal to her. She instructed the designer to seize my wife's wedding dress. And I said, okay, what do we do? And now called all of these things, I believe was also because I did not give her the job of a wedding planner to do for my wedding. I had another person in mind and I didn't want to use friendship. And I'm grateful to God that I used Amadiva Bridals for my wedding till tomorrow. If my children grow up, say Amadiva will still plan their wedding. So it was Amadiva that now approached, did back and forth. At the end of the day, the dress came. It was not even a perfect size. Because while they were delaying, I paid for a second dress. They started doing amendments. Just like a day or the day of the wedding, I don't know. Finally, this same actress, with all of the things this person had done at this time, this person still came to my wedding nonchalantly, came to my wedding to create content, came with video person, they were recording her, came close to me and was giving signal for them to record me and her so that she would post and vindicate herself online. I saw all those things. I didn't say anything. And so some persons around her started gaining wisdom at the time, like, no, this is too much, this is bad, this way you do this guy. This was the same person where I carried her wedding for head. I arrived to the city of her wedding days before the traditional marriage, and not just the white wedding. Days before, I rented cars. I brought two of her favorite gospel singers, which made the headlines, which was what made her to trend and got her to the level where she is today. I did all of those things, spent millions. I sorted out everything, made sure everything was in place. I was there for her. Even when social media was dragging her, I came out to defend her. I took bullets for her. I'm just talking about wedding. No. I'm not even talking about the things and the risk I had taken because of this person and the things I had selflessly done for this person. So let's put that aside. Whatever we do for God, But I just felt like as a friend, I didn't deserve all those things. So there was a certain blogger that was, blasting this news, writing about me, writing about my wife. For Christ's sake, I just got married at the time. This certain blogger was just throwing tantrums back and forth over and over and over again. And I spoke to somebody. I said, do you know this faceless blogger? And the person said, yes. I said, please put me on a call with this blogger. He put me on the call with the blogger. I said, this thing you are posting, somebody has to be giving you this information. What is all this? These things are not even true. What are you writing? You know me before. What thing happened? And the person said, yes, they paid me to write. I said, okay. How much did they pay you? Said, I think 200,000 or 250, I can't remember. And then I said, okay, drop your account. And I sent $500,000. I said, tell me who paid you. And there, the blogger began to mention names. Began to mention these people. I said, how does somebody tell a lie? How does somebody tell a lie? And then, sorry, I'm not going to put the Instagram chats, right? Except they come out to say, I am lying. And then we will get to the main business. And the next thing, I was thinking, how can somebody tell a lie and still fund the lie? Like, pay to propagate lies against somebody who is supposed to be your friend or even a brother. So, I was depressed. I was so sad. My comment sections were bloody. People were lambasting me, insulting me. Insulting me is not a problem. But insulting my innocent wife, who had no hand in any of these things, who was not against. No, see, before this person got married, this person got married 2024, I guess. Is it 2023? This November 2023. And the next thing, before the wedding, I sent her a movie script. I said, there's a movie I want us to do. I didn't send script, I sent synopsis. I said, get one job, I'll maybe and you do. She was like, okay, but please, let's just do the wedding. I said, okay. We now did the wedding. The wedding trended. She got more famous, got more followers and all of that. After the wedding, I said, oh yeah, have fun. Let's just shoot this job. This is like 2 or 3 days job. And she said, no, that she has to go for honeymoon and come back. I said, okay, I go wait. Went for honeymoon, came back. I said, how far? And she said that she's trying to rest. She has not started working. I said, this one don't turn whining. Okay. So how's it going to be? Give me dates that is convenient for you. This person gave me dates. and I moved my team of 13 persons from Lagos to Asaba because this person said she cannot travel to Lagos for the job. I said, no problem. Let us shoot the film in Asaba. I came to Asaba. We paid for apartments, paid for everything we needed. Only for me to go and buy tiger nuts from a shop. And I met her husband there. Freshman shop, Summit Road, Asaba. Met her husband. He said, you did Asaba? And we don't even know. I said, your wife knows say I did now. Nah, job with me and I want to carry me come. He said, which job? I said, nah, job with me and your wife did do. Now they start on so date. He said, I know that his wife is not available for that date. I said, how do you mean? She gave me the date by herself. He said, yes, the wife has given someone else that date. He's telling me as a husband that the wife will not be there for my job. Lo and behold, she didn't show up. She didn't take my call. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to call. I was confused. My team were in the hotel and the apartments doing nothing. It was terrible. We talked back and forth. She wasn't responding. We waited for a few days and we had to go back to Lagos without shooting anything. I was not thinking which other actress would fit in because the supposed title of this movie was My Bestie. So I wrote that story for us, for this particular person. So who would fit in? I started thinking, and we thought about another actress that I told about the whole thing now suggested Sonia. And so I remember, I get Sonia number. Started calling Sonia Uchi. Sonia was busy, but God touched her heart. She had to squeeze out time, for us to shoot. Sonia gave us only 2 days. I said, okay, we'll be fast. I know it's impromptu. You didn't plan for it, but it is what it is. And thank God Sonia came through. And we shot it. And I changed the title to Stand By Me. So as a result of that, we were now having issues. We were not talking until she got pregnant. She said she couldn't shoot because she was pregnant. But you shot like 6 movies with the pregnancy before she now traveled abroad to go and give birth. Now, this is the main thing now. At that time, we're not talking. At this time, I never even talk of my own wedding. We were not talking. Just not be saying we be enemies, but just day, because she didn't apologize for what happened. Just day your day, my day, everybody good day. Right. One night, she called me around 1 or 2 a.m. Nigerian time, because she was abroad. Said she's heavily pregnant. She's going to give birth very soon, like pretty soon. And, at this point, I was already planning my own wedding. Be like, say, I don't even do introduction. No, I never do introduction that time. I can't remember anyway. But I don't already tell my wife. I don't tell my wife, say, I don't meet my wife. We don't date for long. I don't tell her, say, I go marry her. So at this time, say she doesn't want to have a baby when she and her closest buddy they talk. So she's just calling to say sorry for what happened with that movie. I said, no problem. I forgive you. And we made up and everybody was happy. I said, have your baby. We are waiting.
You guys heard Deacon Famous. He didn't mention the name of the actress. However, we don't need a soothsayer to know that he's referring to Ekene Umenwan. He went further to narrate how Ekene Umenwan frustrated his wedding. Because she was the one who brought in the vendors, she was controlling them and telling them to arrive late. They went as far as to seize his wife's wedding dress a day to their wedding. Deacon Famous vowed that if they come out to say what he's saying is a lie, then he will come out to give them social media drama and he will drop receipts. I've been looking at Ekene Umenwan as someone who loves God and will not want to hurt another person. But these allegations don't sound like they were fabricated. I just want to believe Ekene will come out to speak. Because looking at the comment section, many people believe Deacon Famous. Ekene Umenwan, I hope you come out to speak on this. Don't hide under the pretense that your name was not mentioned. We know you are the one. Otherwise, in the absence of further clarification, we will accept that Deacon Famous is telling the truth. At this point, I don't think I have anything to say on this matter. I believe there are 2 sides to every story. I reserve my opinion until Ekene comes out to speak. So guys, that is the much I can take on this video. Thank you for watching. To my beautiful and amazing subscribers, I want to say a big thank you for your support. I appreciate. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.